Hi, welcome to Dirty 20 Gaming. My name is Bison, and tonight we're going to be playing some Cyberpunk Red. Welcome to Carnage Heights. I didn't grab my intro spiel, so I forgot what I was going to say. Here, read this first. Okay, these wonderful people are brave enough to join me tonight. And in order, let's go. We'll start with Kevin.
Oh, hello. I am here many nights. Basically, roughly speaking, this channel is up 4 to 5 nights a week. We are streaming at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So tune in if we're not here. We're either not streaming that night or we ran out of people. Uh, that's about it. Thanks for watching.
And Sarah.
All right. So, hey y'all. My name's Sarah. I'm working with the wonderful Scarred Adventurer to bring Bravely Broken to life. I'm gonna put the links up. And yeah, I'm just over on Tangle Productions, working on stuff, and there's stuff in the works that I'm not allowed to talk about.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Scarred Adventurer.
Hi, I'm the Scarred Adventurer. If you didn't hear what I was just said, I am working with Tango Productions to bring you Bravely Broken. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to when it comes out. Yes,
It's
anyways.
in production.
Don't think about it too hard.
Yes.
It will come out when it will come out.
Look, it'll come out when it's good and damn ready.
Not like Duke Nukem forever.
Not like
It
how I
will
was
be
born.
a
I
lot
was
better.
removed.
Yeah.
I was going, I'm ready to come out. And they went, no, we're taking you out early. And I went, why? Anyways.
Because
You know now a bit more about me.
And with that segue, from all the way over, excuse me.
No problem.
Okay, I can breathe now. From the other
Great.
side of the world in Poland, we have Brill. Please introduce yourself.
Hello. I'm working on some stuff, but it's not ready because the teams I played with got in a fight. But maybe someday we will manage to make the material into streams or YouTube videos. But for now, I would like to take your attention and say that on this channel there is another great game. I was watching it for weeks now. Grave New World, a Buffy RPG, and it's lots of fun. It's like the show, but without the problematic parts. So it's great. Watch it.
They mean
adore
without
it.
me.
Yeah, and so yeah,
I'm
that's
kidding.
Brave New World. Speaking of, I'm in it. Monday nights, same time. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer RPG. I play Jack, not a cop, Aldridge. And on Saturdays, I am Sid Brimlock, the currently unconscious engineer in our necropunk game, Necrobiotic, Dead to Rights. Wow. Okay.
Then just after an amazing drunken fight in a bar.
Yeah.
Remember, you can find all of these things here on Dirty 20 Gaming. Same dirty channel, same dirty time.
Same designs.
Or the YouTube, which we'll bring up later.
I really didn't think through the channel name. You know, the tiny number of people that know what Dirty 20 means in the world perspective. Yeah, never mind.
But it's the people that are your target demo.
Anywho, when we are not streaming here, I occasionally stream on my own channel. Lately, it's been Dave the Diver because I'm obsessed. And Cyberpunk Red is made by Art Halsorian Games. Our VTT of choice is Roll20. Character art is done through Hero Forge and or Scarred's Fingers. Pixabay is where we got the background images, and the lovely Thunderscape 7 is responsible for making a background art. Now, the boring stuff's out of the way. Let's get to the game. Starting with Red Death. You and Magic were working the case. This Sylvia Lauren, she's dead, looks like magic. It's weird. As you're in the apartment, you had found a bullet hole. You were currently extracting it out with your chain rip, and a shot rings out, misses you by like that much.
Did it miss? Or was it on purpose?
Or did it miss on purpose? Ooh. You
dun.
You rip open the door to the patio and step out and look up to where you think the shot came from. on the building across from you, about 2 stories up, you see the silhouette of a person, a red or a white chevron, where their face should be. They give a little bit of a wave and then raise their sniper rifle. What do you do?
I am. How far away are they?
They're 2 stories up and across an alleyway.
Okay, so they don't have terrible disadvantage on their sniper rifle shots.
No.
That also means neither do I. I attack
Right?
with an 18.
Why did it bring me all the way to the top of the chat? There we go. 18.
Which, if he's more than 50, if he's between 50 to 200 or 50 to 400, I'm just trying to.
51 and 800.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
between 51
hold
and
on, where's my-
400.
51 and 400, pardon me. Yeah.
And now I can't. There's the baddies. The fucking thing. That would be why. I couldn't see it because the
Welcome to-
tabs were
Welcome to 3020 Game.
all right.
Professionalism.
Not here. This is real life people playing real life games with all the real life shit that happens.
Yeah.
The sniper ducks behind the lip of the building as you fire.
I'm not surprised in the least at any of this, but I am going to take the moment. Do I have any? This is just a question. Do I have anything like a simple rope?
Look. Sorry to answer Magic's question. You've already run down the hall, kind of
Okay.
at this point. Just to catch us up to everything. The buildings are close enough together, and the way the layouts are with the patios here, you could actually traverse up to the top and leap across to the other building if you get a running start.
Let's do it.
All right. Give me an acrobatics roll to climb up.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Sorry, athletics. Fucking every time.
Nope, I screwed that up. I screwed that way up.
It takes too long. You're just like you're like your hand slips, you get to one floor and this lady screams because she's not wearing anything. And it's just kind of embarrassing. You get a pot thrown at you at one point, like a little flower on it.
You're not
Yep.
attractive enough for this.
By the time you make it to the top,
I hope she hits you
She
in the
throws a
crotch with a
sponge.
fucking hammer.
You deserve it.
It's a loofah, it's a sponge.
I know. I
yeah,
just
you get to the
it popped
top.
in my brain. I had to say it.
You get to the top and you look around and you see your assailant on the roof of this building. They're right at the roof access door. They give you another little wave and sort of open the door. It's almost like a hop into the roof access.
It's just the
Taunting
white
you.
chevron for you. It's just
Yeah,
the
all
white
you-
chevron for the face, right?
All you see is a white chevron.
I know he's taunting me. It's not. I'm not falling for the taunt, but I am still going after him.
Yeah.
I'm putting the sniper away and grabbing out the pistol instead.
Okay. The second you get to the door, smoke bomb goes off in your face.
I'm just gonna breathe it in and exhale.
It smells ashy. It tastes like, it
Fresh
tastes like
cookies.
somebody farted in your mouth, to be honest.
Yeah. Do my nasal filters help me out with any of the avoiding the
Oh.
terrible farting and the smell feeling?
Yeah, they would. So it smells sanitized, but there's like a lingering fart smell.
Okay.
Yeah,
Same time that's happening,
yeah.
the eyes are immediately turning on to infrared.
Okay. when your eyes switch to infrared, it just you're dazzled. There's like flecks of aluminum in this smoke bomb that's designed to fuck with infrared, so you're immediately flashed.
I turn it off as soon as that happens.
Yeah. As you kind of stumble out of the smoke, these are really fucking small. Hold on. Who switched to my bigger screen so I can read this better? Apologies, sorry guys. When you get out of the smoke bomb, you see a picture of Magic blown up with absolute terror on her face. No, wait, the hair color is wrong. And it looks like it's from the apartment. There are more pictures on the floor, on the walls, just taped all over the place. Candids of this Sylvia person at various times during her main routine, at the cafe, at the building where she works, you know, at the club.
As just the sort of thing, Red Death has a sneaking suspicion. He's had this suspicion since 2 weeks ago. He's had this suspicion for a little while. So he's looking for the book that would be detailing all of her general walkabouts and how she's doing things. He's also looking to see if it was written in terrible poetry form.
It's not. But you notice there are other pictures, other people that look like Magic. Not exactly the same, but more than a passing resemblance. One or two of them are crossed out, and they have "oops" written beside them in red marker. The very last photo is time-stamped just a few minutes ago from where that sniper was. The picture is you kneeling down and looking at the little stick in the patio doorway. Magic's body is visible in this scene, but only from about the waist down. The picture is vidplas, essentially a printed GIF. The GIF is a crosshair that goes from your head to about where Magic's would be. When the GIF stops, shaky red letters appear on it saying, "What do we have here?" with 3 question marks next to the crosshairs.
I'm really sick of these people being so cryptic. Every single fucking time.
Just then, you see a raven fly across your visual matrix. "Miss me?" whispers in your ear.
Edgar, if I missed you, I would be as insane as you are.
The visual matrix starts to flood with ravens, like as if they're flying at you. Static starts to scream in your ears at unbearable volumes. Edgar's voice is...
I'd like to resist torture.
Yeah, I was just going to ask. Give me that roll, please.
I've got 33.
Okay. As the screaming continues and the mocking and everything, you hear Fade's voice in the back of your head, and you remember an old lesson. That red triangle of yours is more than just a calling card red. It's your fortress. You control everything within it. Anything that enters it is controlled by you. If you don't want it, you push it out. The triangle appears in your mind. It forms a shield around you, and you push the ravens out. Sudden silence. There's an emergency release on the back of your helmet where the skull meets the spine. Do you press it?
Yeah.
And we are going to switch to Magic.
What the ravens, what the fuck?
Your heart is racing, Magic. You just got shot at. Again. And Red Death seemed actually a little concerned this time, which is alarming. The last time he was this worried was Berlin, and you didn't see him again for almost a week. When some kids you've been using as informants pulled him out of the Rhine. You don't hear the taxi driver until the 3rd time he asks if you're okay.
Shit! Stop it! Can you turn us around?
The taxi screeches to a stop, and the driver looks at you and was like, "Are you sure, lady? You seem pretty eager to get out of there."
Yeah, I can't be a shit friend again, though.
Okay then. But and he kind of like points down. Your hands are shaking.
Yeah.
He pulls the plexiglass thing, little slider, and he passes a sealed air hypo to you. The label on it says "no fucks at all." It's an emotional suppressant. I've moonlight for trauma teams, so trust me, it'll help. No charge.
Thanks. And she just puts it in her bag. She does
Okay.
not take it.
Okay, lady. So he waits for a good time to turn around and pulls back up to the building. Do you go through the back entrance you just came out of, or do you go up to the front door?
I'm getting out and I'm immediately stealthing this. I am trying to figure out how to be quiet, how like if someone is shooting at me, I'm trying to figure out how to get back up there without being seen. So probably the back.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll, please.
We're okay. 11.
You get stopped by the doorman. He sees you as you're trying to get around the corner. He's like, miss, is everything all right? As he jogs over to you.
I need to get back up there as fast as I can.
Do I need to call the police, ma'am?
No. Police is the last people we need. The person I was with, have they come down yet?
We haven't seen anyone yet. No.
Okay. I need you. And this time I'm giving him $10.
Okay.
I need you as best as you can to get people out of here. There's a sniper on the other roof. I don't want casualties.
Tell them it's a bomb.
The man looks at
Or a
you,
fire.
he looks at the money, and he just pushes your hand back. He reaches, he's got like that double-breasted like buttons all the way down, right? So he reaches in and he pulls out a hand cannon. This thing's like the size of your torso. Like, it's huge.
Welcome to Nice City.
And he's like, I have a duty to the people that live in this building. And he walks inside, and just before the door closes, you can hear him say, "Sheila, there's been a gas leak."
And I'm headed in looking for Red.
You go into the stairwell, and it's 13 flights up, but even then, it's those stairwells, sound travels. You can hear stumbling. You can hear you can smell cordite, and you hear stumbling. It's really faint. It sounds like it's way the hell up top.
Mhm.
Give me a perception check.
Trying to remember where that is.
It's in awareness.
Oh my lord.
Oh dear.
I failed it.
Yeah. All right. So she got an 8.
Yeah.
That's not good. The
Yeah,
character
you don't,
sheets are so huge.
you
Her-
think you hear what sounds like gunfire.
Shit. And headed up.
Red Death, you start to hear footsteps. Has Magic seen you without your helmet?
You're muted.
You muted.
I know. Not a lot of people have, considering there's not a lot of face underneath there.
Mhm. The air feels cool on what was left of you. You realize that the flesh has been sweating a lot, like a cold sweat. You feel a chill come across you.
The helmet's only the top half. The bottom half of the face is still very metal.
Yeah.
The little RoboCop looking, but not quite.
Okay.
Also, up until this point, Red Death didn't realize he could take the helmet off.
More like Darth Vader
Yeah,
in Star
it's
Wars.
kind of, yeah, it's a little messed up there. So you hear footsteps without the filter, the audio filter from the helmet. You hear footsteps coming up the stairwell. From the helmet, you still hear static, but it's like white noise. It's just there.
All right. First things first is Red Death is putting up his hood as deeply as he can.
Okay.
And second thing, he is prepping. What do I need to roll perception to find out which direction these are going? These footsteps, are they getting louder or are they getting quieter?
They're getting louder. Give me a wardrobe and style roll. It's in social.
All right. 14.
Okay.
Weirdly, that's almost as high as I can roll.
Yeah. So you put the hood up. You hear the footsteps. You're surrounded by these pictures. You don't see a book.
Any USB sticks or anything of the like that would be something we would hold data on?
Give me perception.
All right. 17.
You don't see any right away. You start looking, and then you just a random thought just sort of pops into your head, and you lean over and you look under the staircase, and taped in clear.
Is it under the floorboards?
No, it's literally under. It would be under the concrete pile that is that level of the staircase. So yeah, kind of under the floorboards, but not really.
Yes. Yep.
Under the stairs.
Yeah, pretty
Like
much.
Harry Potter.
Magic.
You
I'm
grab
gonna
it.
grab it.
Okay.
Wait. Is it just on its own, or is there something that looks like there's anything attached to it?
It's covered in tape, and I would say, yeah, there's a card.
Yeah, I'm taking both.
Okay. The card says, or the card has a red triangle on it.
Okay.
Magic, you're about 3 flights up at this point.
Mhm.
There's still another like 10.
Yep.
Still running up?
Yeah.
Roll in athletics.
Give me an endurance check, actually.
Sorry.
-2.
Oh.
Red Death, you hear a clatter as Magic eats shit,
I'm
trying
so sorry.
to go around one of the flights. She slips and just bam into the side of the wall.
No, both of you
Magic,
lost
do you
to
say
these
anything?
stairs.
It'd be very quiet, but it'd be like, shit, fuck, that hurt, damn it.
Every time.
It's a little bit louder. It's a little bit louder than you intended it to be. And so yeah, Red Death hears it pretty well.
The Ithicus shit.
You make sure that his hood is positioned well enough that you can't see into it. He takes a picture or two of the horror room, sets it on fire, and then leaves.
So yeah, so the top landing and all that is starting to, smolder. Magic, you look up and you see smoke coming from the very top of the staircase.
Magic is going even harder.
The footsteps are picking up, Death.
Yeah, I'm walking towards them, kind of lazily, and saying in a very clear voice, "What have I told you about running into danger?"
I'm sorry, there was a. And just hearing it, you kind of hear first a sigh of relief and then, I'm sorry, I didn't exactly like the idea of leaving you to die by yourself.
I don't think you'd kill me.
And who is this?
I'll explain a bit more when we're not. Well, I can tell we're not anywhere near any ears.
And that makes 2 of us.
So
And
it's-
also, sorry,
Yeah, go
Magic
ahead.
would do one thing that is out of character for her. When she sees that you're okay, Red, she gives you a hug.
Yeah, I'm fine. Red Death's finding the entire thing very awkward
And
and just kind of doing a very there.
and this is out of character for her. So
Magic, do you look up into the hood at all? You're really close.
nope. She
You would
doesn't want-
notice that he's holding a helmet in his hands that is the top half of his face.
she still wouldn't. Because she doesn't want him to see that she was crying.
Magic, you hear static coming from the helmet.
Yeah, after the hug, she just lets go, doesn't look, makes a point not to look, and makes a point not to ask about the helmet, and just starts walking back down.
Do you yeah, so you guys head back down. The taxi's still waiting. The guy is sitting right there.
I have to draw a face now at some point. Heavily matted hair.
He opens the door first. Like, I kept the meter running.
Thank you. Truly.
You heading back to that place near the hole?
Yes, sir.
All right. So he steps on the accelerator. You guys drive off into the night. It's quiet in the taxi cab, I'm assuming.
There's some attempt to debug the helmet, but a very light attempt, not trying very hard, knowing he's not going to get very far anyways.
Kraken
He knows who he's
would
going to have
help with
to send it to, yeah.
Yeah.
that. We'll be happy to help.
Magic, you notice that the chunk of wall that Jake or that Red Death, fuck, it's because it's in the Zoom.
Oh, sorry, I'll fix it.
Because Red Death's that he's sawing it out, he'd put it in a bag. You didn't realize you had grabbed it. Like you just now realized you must have picked it up and took it with you. It's sitting there. You guys got time. Want to take a look?
Not with the cab driver, because I don't trust him.
We'll wait till we get back. We'll make a clear space. Sanitized work area.
Sounds good.
All right. So, Kraken, you are
Yep.
rowing the SS Lenin down an asphalt
Stealing.
river.
Yeah,
you are rowing the
Potemkin.
SS Lenin down an asphalt river through canyons of glass and steel. The
Yeah.
angry fish seem to be staying away from the shore, so as long as you manage to stay on the shoals, you should be okay. Pilot sea vehicle. It is in control. I need you to roll that for me, please.
Okay, the character sheets in this game is so complex in Roll20. Where is it? Sorry.
It's in control.
Control. Okay, one moment, please. I'm gonna find it.
Do you see some strange
oh,
person
control.
rowing a garbage can?
Shopping cart.
No, it's shopping cart.
All right, so it's the same roll for every one of them. So yeah, things seem to be going okay. You know, your oars are your rudder is steady and the breeze is good.
I'm singing the Soviet songs and everything is great, but I'm thinking I was not very nice to my friends. I don't want to phone Mr. Bones, but he needs a cut of my drugs. Like he's my fixer, and I don't a mission without paying him in. So, in one hand, I would still row, but at the other, I would try to take out my agent and like enable text to speech and like, Mr. Bones, boss man, I'm very sorry. You're my fixer. You're my man. I like you. You helped me when I was just in that city. You spotted me some cash, and I went on an unsanctioned mission without your go ahead. And you said that you wanted to check out the rainbow pills. I have some rainbow pills I can share with you, and the location of exotic guy, cat guy named Cheshire, and I would pin him the location because my agent should have the tavern location in the marina. Please send some skull person, skull kids, skull junior. So, oh no, I will give the drugs to Tommy, and Tommy will bring them to you. Very sorry for not keeping you in the loop.
All right. So as you
You'd have
finish,
exceeded message length. Thank you for calling.
Chair Dog is by your side as you were rowing, and you put down the phone, and he's sitting there. He looks up to you. Are you okay, comrade? For a brief second, Chair Dog appears to be wearing an old cosmonaut suit.
Oh, like Guardian of the Galaxy. Yeah, my beloved Sobaka Waika, I'm great. I'm amazing. Let's sing the Warszawianka now. But you know, I have to visit strange arm, little arm selling guy, because I need to get an I'm sorry gift for Magica. I was a bad friend, and she needs some rubber bullets, and she needs a stun gun. Because she's right, killing is wrong, and killing gets too much of attention. You can maim, you can break bones.
Why are my
Chair
ears
Dog
burning?
looks up to you, and the upholstery making up his face scrunches into a frown. I do not have much time. Your brain is pickled in endorphins right now, and I do not think this city at night has been good for you, comrade.
Yeah, my life wasn't good for me, you know. I lost all my friends, I lost my face. My mother went with the mobster, and my parents were, you know,
But-
shit because
But
they're
where
like
have you been?
democracy and stuff. Fuck that.
But where have you been now? You are piloting boat in fucking street. That blasted cat. I do not like him.
Yeah, you know that's why I need Mr. Bones' help. You know, this is very fun, but you know, I don't want to be sober, but I don't like when somebody controls me, and I don't know what's doing it.
Mm.
And you are my friend from my brain,
I
so I think you are telling me what my secret brain tells me to think. So
Kurva
thank you, good
spare the
Sobaka.
lie. Kurva spare the lie. I have to go. Stay safe,
Bye
comrade.
bye.
I am always nearby. And
I know you are.
he appears to digitize into voxels shaped like little chairs. The vox chairs seem to collapse into themselves with a shh sound. Lovely day for a sail, isn't it? It's Smile Kitty. He walks nonchalantly past you, as cats often do, along the edge of your boat, and he rests. He stops on the figurehead of the SS Lenin, and he looks to you and he's like, "The sun is shining," says one of the mouths on his body, and you feel the sun's warm rays on your face. "There's a cool breeze," says another, and you feel the breeze. It's nice. "I hear the fish were biting too," the cat itself adds, and all the mouths smile.
Question: could I roll something to check if it's like on my goggles? It's some kind of virus or a transmission or something like that,
Roll
or am
me,
I just too drugged to think about that?
roll me human perception.
Okay. Because the chair dog told me to look out, and human awareness, yes.
Yeah.
Concentration, perception. Okay.
There should be a second one, but
I got concentration, tracking, conceal, reveal, and lip reading. No human perception.
sorry, it's my bad. It's in social.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing
Yeah.
me it. Okay.
All right, 12. To you, the cat appears real, and there's nothing like you take your goggles off, and he's still there. And he looks at you, he's like, "I don't see any dogs. It's just you and me, friend. You must be imagining things."
Yeah, I think it's all the drugs you make.
Drugs
They have fun hallucinations.
Oh, come now. The drugs are the only way we get to see each other, friend. We went on such a grand adventure last time. It was fun, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, you know. I'm doing it because my life was always shit, and this reality is
And
more fun.
that's the thing.
I
want
know you are
to have
using me, but I don't care.
I'm not using you, friend. Come on.
Let's be honest.
I just want to have a little fun with you. Nobody likes to have fun with me these days. Stick with me, and I will show you all the sights of the city. Give me a
And-
resist roll.
Kraken is resistor to drugs. Yes.
Resist drugs, yeah.
Okay. So it was, I think, body. Yes.
Have a pill, friend. It's a long sail to Precipice Island, and I want to make sure you get there safe.
And let me guess, my roll was too bad to not take the pill.
Unfortunately, you only rolled a 10.
Yes. So, okay, this all seems well, all seems logical. Na zdrowia. And I take the pill.
Things are just fine.
Yeah.
Magic and Red Death, you guys get back right around the time you see Moose and Here come out of the truck. Moose is pissed. He almost had that squirrely little bastard, and he got away from him. He storms past the two of you, past Tommy and Gina, who are sitting there spaced out on their front porch, and boots the door, forgetting that it's a pull. He swears, pulls the door, slams it, and you can hear, swearing and such from inside.
Let's just avoid there for a while.
Yeah. Might be a good decision.
It is fair to say that the mission was unsuccessful. We did not find his friend or any real useful information about them.
That's unfortunate.
You both look a little afraid.
Our mission didn't go as planned either.
Let's find a quiet place.
The monk that's always sitting by the statue is right behind Magic. And he says in a serene voice that is extreme. You can't tell if it's male or female. It's very androgynous. And he goes, or they go, there is a park nearby that no one frequents.
So I didn't actually hear it. So park nearby.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a park nearby that no one frequents.
The
It's a bit of a
Tao
climb.
provides.
He's like, it is a bit of a climb.
Well, then we better get moving now.
Follow me, please. And he walks.
Red Death is still glaring at the microwave that he put outside a few days ago.
He walks past you towards the edge of the crater, moves a piece of tin, and there's a stepladder. Head to the first platform, no deeper, otherwise you will need some pills.
Then let's go.
Not the worst place I've been.
I bow back slightly deeper than he bowed to us.
No
I just-
response. He goes
I
back
just
to the
pat their
in front of
shoulder.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I say he appeared, it's like he wasn't there before and he all of a sudden was there.
Yep.
Like, and so yeah, he steps back, he goes back to where
Luckily,
he was.
we know this wasn't a drug-induced hallucination.
Because you all saw it. Because at
At
that
least
point,
you think so.
yeah. Ooh.
Shared drugs. You all take them at the same time. They tune together. Everybody has the
Hey.
same trip. Ooh.
The wonderful future of cyberpunk.
So by this point, Kraken, your drugs have worn off and you don't feel like taking more. You're actually kind of thirsty. The
Oh.
shopping cart capsized when you rolled down a hill, and you had to abandon ship before it got mauled by a semi-truck. Rest in peace, the SS Lenin.
But it was fun going down.
So
It was wind in my non-hair.
So you've been walking the last little bit and you're pretty much sober at this point. Everything looks like it's supposed to be. No, wait, the sky's a little bit oily. No, wait, No, that's actually
That's
just the
my
sky.
city.
That's just the sky. So
Could I go shopping before going back home? Because Kraken is feeling guilty
okay.
because
What was it you were looking to pick up? I remember you hear you said
he
a
wants
taser
to buy
and
rubber bullets, and
Okay.
he wants to sell the military justice that he got from the guy who kidnapped Magica, and he wants to buy her a taser gun and
Okay.
rubber bullets.
sorry, I heard the rubber bullets and the taser gun. What was that middle one?
Yes. That's the two. And he wants
Oh,
to
just the
sell the military justice that he got from the dude that kidnapped Magica.
Oh right. Okay, so I don't remember where I put that. So all right, so the taser and the bullets. How many magazines do you buy her?
One magazine, because I don't know if she would like it. It's like buying perfume. You don't know if the person will like it, if it will fit. I just want to give her a little taste. If she likes it, she can
You know,
buy
the
more
first thing you need to
perfume.
do is put one into the wrist.
Yes.
I still like the
Like
idea of perfume
take out
fitting.
the one bullets, check it on my wrist.
Yeah.
If it's bouncy enough, if it's hard enough.
Bam. Okay, that really hurt. Yeah.
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 Okay, it works.
Okay, so with the was it 2 pistols you picked up? Yeah. He gives you back a 20. So you earn 20
Okay.
credits. The
So-
taser was only 50, and 12 rounds of rubber bullets is 12 eddies.
So I got 20 more, so it would be 95. Okay.
All right. And that's kind of what you did well, because you realized you were kind of just on the way.
Yeah.
And so you get there right around the time the monk shows everybody the secret park.
Okay. I when I see that they went away in the secret park, and I'll make crying, Mr. Monk, please wait. I know you're Mrs. Green, but please let me in. I have to talk to them. You're doing a great job at being secret ninja cook Batman man. Secret billionaire.
The monk simply gestures to the ladder.
I use the leather.
Okay. So you guys get down there a couple of seconds later, Kraken's there, you guys are all together. Before you lies a giant pile of shit, really. Night City hasn't really taken care of the big hole that was the downtown core.
Like shit, like
you see
excrements, or shit, lots of stuff.
junk,
Okay.
ruined buildings. You
Just people
see
pooping
the
off the side of a
remnants.
hole doesn't sound that far off.
Yeah.
Yes, because I thought that people use that as a loo. It would be logical.
So you see ruined buildings. It all 20 years later, it still kind of glows a little at night. The more observant of you can occasionally pick out a piece of rubble that appears to be moving. It's way too late for the reclaimers, so that's probably a scavenger of some sort. So, in the backdrop of a radiated wasteland, secret meeting begin.
First off, Magica, my dear comrade, I'm sorry. I wasn't very cash money, very Soviet friendly of me that I left you all and fucked off to have a magic rainbow adventure. So I got you some I'm sorry presents. Here are rubber bullets, here is a taser, and I agree with you, killing is bad because it takes too much attention to us. You know, in Al Moscow slum, we always like, we can break a leg, we can josh each other, but killing gets too much attention. So
Okay.
I want to help you with that.
All right. So you get an almost profession of love, just about from Kraken here.
I understand what he says like 20% of the time.
And it's
Killing bad, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Killing bad, I don't get it here, present.
yeah.
It must be some Russian
And-
Polish thing.
Yeah.
Magic
No, it's
is
not you. It's literally Red Death only understands 20%.
So yeah.
No problem. I'm just joking.
So Magic, your response?
very
to that.
confused. I didn't care if you killed. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, everything good. And he doesn't have face muscles, but now he can smile with his eyes and he shows lots of teeth. And
He
he's
kind
happy.
of grimaces at you.
Yeah.
All right.
So, do you need any help with electrologs or maybe
actually.
computer
Yeah.
stuff?
So
Actually, I think Red might need your help.
Comrade Red, give me something that I can help you with and be a good comrade for you.
I need you to debug this. And he hands you what looks to you. You've never. He's wearing a hood, so you haven't fully seen what he looks like ever. And you've seen the metal face. He hands you the top half of that.
Okay, no problem. I remember what it's like having a fucked up face. I won't look, don't worry, I will help.
yeah, if there's anybody that understands looking like a piece of hamburger, it's Kraken. So
Yeah, like for an year and a half,
Yeah.
he didn't have money
Red
for
Death still has
skin.
no idea what he looks like. By the way, this
Yeah.
is just all.
Yeah, but
It's
plus-
less because it's less for everyone else. It's more for him because he doesn't want the shock of seeing what he looks like. My
Yeah,
God,
but-
I'm handsome.
yeah, but Kraken wouldn't look because it's like seeing somebody naked, and he isn't a
Yeah.
viewer. It doesn't turn him on or anything. But he would
Anywho,
try to look with his goggles and that thing.
okay. So you can do that later. You obviously don't
Okay,
really
no
have the
problem.
space and room for that right now.
Sure.
But the four of you are gathered here. Things have happened. Care to catch everybody up?
Here, do you want to start?
I'm not quite sure how it would help. Moose and I went to find find whoever did whatever to his friend. And we did not find useful information. The thinnest of trails, maybe. But it's not looking good.
All right, then I guess I'll go. These are for you. And he hands you the camera he took the photos of the horror room. To him, it's a horror room.
Yeah.
It's
And
clearly a
it's too
surveillance room, but
magic,
it's
huh?
one of those. Yes.
She'll start looking at them on the camera. Okay, okay. Just keep going.
Magic, roll me a quick perception check.
15 minus 1.
Did you look at any of the photos? You said you looked at the photos real quick, right?
Yeah, just very
On
quickly.
the
Yeah.
camera.
At least one or two of those pictures have been in places you and Red Death have been at the same time. It's not you. It's someone that looks like you. But you see a timestamp from Rome because you recognize the cafe. You see a picture from Berlin. You see a picture from Paris. And you see a picture from LA. Somebody's been following you guys for a while.
Chances are good you're the target. But looks like I know who's the but I looks like I know who the killer is.
It looks like a serial killer. They always think they are so smart.
Yeah, he does.
And he has a type.
It's less that. More likely he's been contracted.
Okay.
We're looking for a man that you may have heard of called Poe.
Has Magic heard of Poe?
Give me local history, all three of you. Here,
Okay.
Magic, and Kraken, please.
One moment, please.
Where is that? 21.
What is this? What is
It's
it?
in education, I think. Hold on, let me bring it up.
Business, cryptography, gamble,
Yes, it is in
wilderness,
education. It's at the
survival.
bottom.
Yeah.
You should have been given a
Uh,
location.
Oh, nice, Night City. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And here, what did you get?
I
Sorry, this card is just so huge and complex.
You know, it's a very
involved.
the skill group. Their skills are grouped.
Yeah.
They're not in alphabetical order. Drives me nuts.
yeah, I don't I don't seem to have
It's
put it onto
in
my
the
card.
education. It's in the education tab underneath the languages. You should have a
Just
section.
scroll down.
Yeah, oh I know.
when
There,
you're
there's a
in
section.
education.
There's nothing in it. I didn't fill that bit out.
Okay,
But this is my
um,
city. I mean that's the whole point
yeah.
to here is here's from here. So
Yeah. Okay. All
And
right.
it is everywhere.
Here knows Poe from a professional standpoint.
sure. That makes sense, yeah.
He's an assassin, very good, and has recently taken up imitating other assassins. Magic, what you know of this person's mostly rumors. High profile kills. The you know it's never been caught, extremely deadly. You heard that they took out a pair of Arasaka Zeros, which are their lethal assassins, single-handedly.
So then I've heard somewhere that this is not someone that you want to mess with effectively.
Somebody that's extremely good at killing people. And like half the stories you heard, they defy belief.
She collapses at least a little bit, almost just kind of holding herself. No,
I can also try to like support her, give her a hand so she doesn't fall down. Ooh, look out, look out.
Yeah. Kraken, you don't know this guy. You didn't
Edgar
really-
Allan Poe, the depressing poet.
Yeah, you think it's the
with
poet.
crows, yeah.
Well, he likes to think himself about that.
wrote his books. I read some of his poetry and short
Yeah.
stories.
Okay.
Cool guy. And he's like oblivious and happy. I'm educated.
Who is it that they're after?
It looked like the person Magic was before she was Magic. They all look similar.
And here is just staring at Magic. Not a word. Just and there's no anger. He's just waiting.
Yeah, because there is no. She has lost all chance at keeping this a secret now.
Mhm. Yeah.
Give me a perception check. Human perception, both of you.
Oh, human perception.
Yeah, sorry.
That's in a different
Magic
place.
in here or
Yeah, Magica in here.
okay.
Red Death doesn't care enough to know.
11. Not good.
And Kraken doesn't
21!
know this.
Yeah.
Nice.
You already know that here knows, but now you can feel him drilling into the side of your head, just that placid stare.
And Kraken is just worried about his friend, and
Yeah.
he doesn't know anything. And you notice that too with that rope.
Kraken's aware there's some kind of subtext, but he has
Yeah.
no idea what it is.
Somebody's wanting to hurt his friend, and he's worried because she's worried.
She's not worried. She's terrified.
Yeah.
Okay,
somebody's
but
hunting her.
Kraken thinks she's worried.
The people that could be hunting her could be, yeah,
Even worse than the people than the
could
other
be
people hunting her.
really bad. Yeah. So yeah, here's
Magic,
just
your hands shaking
watching.
a little.
Oh, yeah, it's probably very much shaking. And for Red, this is completely out of character.
Fear is a natural response to what Poe is.
You don't. Fucked. I'm fucked. They're not after magic. They're after. And she makes this a point. She turns off her hair to
Okay.
show her silver hair.
Yep.
And she turns off the skin to show what she actually looks like. And then these women, she looks basically like a clone of a clone at that point. They're looking for Laura. They're looking for Laura Silverlock.
Kraken shrugs. You want a magic pill to feel better, Laura?
Don't call me that.
Okay, sorry.
I don't know who that is, and frankly, it's not something that ever concerned me.
Yeah, me too. You're my friend. You're a Magica, my
I'm
comrade.
the youngest daughter of the Silverlocks. You know, the ones that hired us to find out who killed someone that looks exactly like me.
Several.
Oh,
sons.
that's what are you talking about? Okay, I got bored, sorry. And
Several
went with the
sons.
kitty.
I got a 12. I don't know who the hell these are.
Local knowledge?
Oh,
Yeah.
the
No,
Silverlocks?
you
Yeah.
said that Kraken wasn't in that city then. So
No, we were
he wouldn't
talking.
know.
That was about who Poe is. Scarred. Yeah, you don't know who Alan Silverlock is.
No, but when the Silverlocks came in another session,
Yeah, when that
you said
that came up
Kraken
in a
wasn't
session.
in the country, so
yeah.
he couldn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this was me looking to go, do I know who these people are? No. Have I killed any of them before? No.
Magic. I have another question. Why
Yeah.
have they been playing with you? This guy doesn't
Who?
miss. This guy is world class. You don't get world class by following somebody for years and not doing the job.
I don't know.
Yes.
My father thought that this would send a message to him.
Maybe it's his fucked up way of loving you. Like he's some kind of pervert.
No, Kraken, it's... The father thinks that the killings are a message for him. He is not sending the message.
Okay. So it's a mob thing. Like we have
Yes.
mob in Russia. I get mob. I work with mob. I don't have problem with mob. I can help you if you need. Just tell me what you need.
What's your position on being bait, seeing as how they're hunting you anyway?
I mean, if they're that interested, they've had plenty of chances.
Mm-hmm.
If it was just bait they were after, they wouldn't have taunted me.
Well, we need to get
You-
them closer.
You cannot be bait if the thing you want to catch. What would she do to make it more interesting and more bait.
Threaten to expose them publicly. It's kind of what you do, isn't it, Magic?
Yeah, but
Your
Kraken.
breakthrough documentary, as it were.
It's
A
time for a
reality
new
TV
stream.
show shot from inside the world of someone who is fighting for their very life.
That will
Kraken.
get views.
Kraken,
Yes.
can you reverse search the input that's currently making the helmet go a little haywire?
I can try, but no promises. He would take out his saber deck out of the bag and try to like put a cable into the mask.
All right. So just to recap, you also have the block of drywall from the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Magic found an agent under the bed first time around. I believe that one and the other one are both still in the house. Or no, yeah, because you came back first.
mhm.
I have a question. It's going to sound like a weird question until I explain why I'm asking it. There's a lot of these victims have looked like Magic. Does that mean that Magic is someone we could, and I don't want to blow my idea, but hire people to pretend to be?
Hire an actress.
Is she close? Is like, are they sort of? Could we hire actors to look like Magic? How hard
And
would that be?
Kraken does have
it's
decoded. Yeah, okay.
It's not outside the realm of possibility. You hiring someone, professional doubles do, you know, you can in the 21st century you could be anyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like the with the colored hair and especially with the
Mhm.
effects that you had in place, that's got to be programmed. That's got to be replaceable. Like right, we basically were buying faces to put green screen on, right?
Yeah.
So with
And
that,
Kraken,
knowing that that's
yes.
possible, I want to look at Magic and say, so what have you thought about being a small crowd?
We can make a whole poser gang of Magicas. Like you could have a whole posse.
A posse.
I mean, Red, you know this Poe better than anybody. What would happen if I started live streaming in a very open place, calling him out, and there were 20 other me's,
Well, as
all
ego
looking
take
like they're
over.
live streaming?
Hit and run, guerrilla tactics, 5 minutes max. Move the location. Keep it up. Keep
There was
him on
only
his
one.
back feet until he's not planned ahead.
There's only one small issue with that.
Make a flash mob. Dance.
Yes.
The issue is the fact that if he's copying me at the moment, everyone's going to need gas masks.
Oh, I was under the impression this was your opportunity to play Am I Better Than Me?
A bit. This is a bit of a. If we can get him, we can entice him to come and try it. There's a chance if he sees 20 of you, he'll just release a lovely canister of biotoxin throughout the area.
That would be bad for the actress we hire. I don't really want to.
That's why we don't
Make
stay
people
anywhere for
killed.
anything more than a minute.
It's also a good way, but that's why I'm also suggesting gas masks.
That also works.
Otherwise, it would be something that would work fairly well. His ego is. Well, there's a reason he named himself Poe. Edgar is a bit of a
Let
fame
down?
slut.
I thought he just liked good poetry.
No, he's more what he can do to get the name about himself out more than anything else. He wants to
Okay.
prove that he's better than everyone
Oh.
else.
And here's literally sitting there doing this, hearing this. An ego, then.
Yes. A
Nice.
super ego, if you would.
Nice thing with egos
Good joke
is they're easily led.
in character.
I suggest for the first interview, she interviews you about how this wannabe has showed up.
How do you feel about that, Red?
Face blur,
Of
biggest
course.
thing. He'll still recognize me, but that's the only thing we need.
As long as
I'm not
he
putting
does.
myself on public radar.
As long as he recognizes you, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
I can't be of much help unless we get him in close. So my suggestion is we make 3 or 4 of these appearances. We build up an audience. And then the last one we do it someplace small and intimate. Maybe a
The
sewer.
anticipation.
As you can see, Poe likes to hide in the sewers because he is literally the scum of the earth.
And
Just hope it
Because
doesn't
he's
have.
shit and he's everywhere.
An apartment building, anywhere where he can't. And I look at Red Death's rifle on their shoulder. That.
All right. I think it pretty much makes it simple.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's get to work. And once you have the decoded signal, once you manage to decode the sent signal, we can also send it directly to him.
Yeah. A private show. Sounds great.
I don't.
That's Kevin laughing. Here would never laugh. That yeah.
I'm sorry, but that old thing, the OnlyFans stuff, I just don't have the body for it.
I'm
like a
sorry,
radioactive
English is my
scrotum under
second
here.
language. You know, I as a player did that intentionally, but Kraken is oblivious.
Oh yes. Yep.
So, speaking of Kraken, all right, you guys sort of. Is there anything else you guys want to add to this little meeting, quote unquote?
Actually, yes. Here turns to Kraken and says, I understand that you have experienced alternate realities.
Yes, through magic pills.
And you weren't arrested in the process.
Somehow not. I think your DAO likes me. Or some exotic man is manipulating me. I don't know how. I don't like it. And I do like it. Somewhat. I'm mixing that.
Now you know you're alive. The Horns of a Dilemma is a wonderful place to live, isn't it?
Yes, it's way better than my shithole life before. So it's a Chinese cars with the interesting times. I got some information from Chestnut's agent. Maybe he's somehow connected to this Poe guy. I didn't look through it, but I can search, like library
can-
search it.
We can get to that in a minute. I want to talk
Okay.
about how you took an incredible amount of hallucinogenics and went out in Night City, one of the most recorded cities in the world, and accomplished whatever the hell you accomplished. And didn't get arrested. and
I
didn't
don't
get
know
beat
how.
up.
It was all an illusion. Golems, orcs,
Tell me what you
fantasy
remember.
taverns.
Tell me what you remember in order. And the city.
For the sake of brevity,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
just
The city.
Kraken,
As he tells me, yeah,
all the
yeah.
adventure, and he's like,
as he tells
it's
me, I'm
like
watching. I'm
an
looking at a news
RPG
feed.
fan
Yeah,
telling about his
their
greatest
their
game,
best game
like,
ever. Yeah, and I'm
all the 20s and all the boring stories
Yeah.
that nobody wants to listen. Exactly.
and I'm using
other
my
RPG
agent to
fans.
try and match that up with any events that showed up in the news at
Okay.
about the same time.
You get
Kraken's like,
the
this and
you get
that.
the story about the car crash.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
some guy had walked right across the highway,
Yeah.
middle of the night, like still, Night City is never not busy, so it was
Yeah.
third shift rush hour.
Yep.
Caused a car crash. One person was sent to the hospital.
Yes,
with
and Magica would know
with
this from
severe
Tommy.
injuries. Yeah, this is the one that
With
Tommy
Goose
told her
Kraken.
about.
Yep.
As he's telling the story, he kind of gets lost in the details.
Sure.
Like he starts explaining
Yeah.
what color the wall was
Yeah.
and all these little weird things, but eventually
It had splashes of purple, but it was
you
dark
find
and green.
eventually you find a story about an Arasaka executive who had been robbed. Somehow this person had slipped in undetected, made the security teams and Arasaka security team issue a public apology for letting this happen. The executive in
Share
question,
cost. Oh yeah, shares would have
Yeah.
gone down the whole bit for sure.
oh
Okay.
yeah, it was pretty rough. Arasaka
Perfect.
took a bit of a tumble. Of course they
Some
recovered by
folks got killed.
of course they recovered by the end of the hour, but
Yeah,
it's
still.
Arasaka.
Mm-hmm.
He
The
doesn't
stock
say
prices
what was
went down.
stolen, but he did put a 50,000 Eurodollar reward for information that would lead to his arrest or capture.
Any images of the miscreant in question?
Strangely, no.
Perfect.
The images they do
Well,
have,
you rolled incredibly well last time.
the person, yeah, I know, it was like 4 crits.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was
the
the
image you do
knight.
have, the images they do have are blurred, or it's like a boot.
Yeah.
One image has it's like half an outline of his head, and you can see the light reflecting off his goggles,
Mm-hmm.
so it looks super spooky.
Yeah.
There's no interviews, there's just, we're going to find this man and we're going to bring him to justice, blah blah blah. The executive's name was Hiroyuki Tanaka. And I saw that Scarred.
How far up the
I'm sorry, it was a terrible name, I apologize. Anyways,
No, it just sounded familiar. That's why I was.
okay. Really, I actually gave a name that didn't sound like shit. I made it up off the top of my head. Okay. He's has a high-rise downtown kind of exec.
So yeah.
One of
Upper
those
middle?
ones that's been with the company for years, has his own page on the garden site.
Yeah.
Is what was he in charge of? What I had a thing last night. My brain decided to write an entire bio and I didn't write any of it down.
That's all good.
I know that feeling. Don't
He
worry.
was in trades analyst. He was a trades analyst. Is a
Okay.
trades analyst. So he has a small firm within Arasaka
Yeah.
that does stock trading, speculation, that kind of shit.
Kraken. Did
Yes.
Did you bring anything home with you?
I brought some very pretty jewels, but I gave it away to the Catman, and he gave me a lot of drugs. And Kraken would show here the bag of drugs he has.
A whole bunch of little pills with colors on them.
You gave it to
A
whom?
cat man.
A cat.
Yeah, we used to call them Furies, but now they want to be called exotic men, and I want to be nice. If they say they are exotics, like guy body sculpt to be a cat with ears and fur and stuff like that, and a very pretty kitty mouth.
And they
He got
show
a
up
pretty
with
mouth.
drugs for you.
No, I thought that they made some kind of internet thing, but I don't know how he can turn up as a kitty with a lot of mouth, and then he tells me where to go, what to do, and he controls me with drugs.
That's not how Kraken feels, though. When Kraken
Okay.
in your head,
So
when in your head, it's
take it back.
in your head, it's real. You were talking to a man
It
who
was
was also a cat.
it's a magical kitty man, and
Yeah.
then it was a great adventure. And I take drugs and I feel better. You know, my life was shit. My friends died. They taken away me from the country. I lost the woman I loved at 17. I got my face fucked up. I was an enemy of the state.
At some point, we need to find that person. That cat person.
Yeah.
I know.
But not right now. And
Yeah.
kind of back burners this whole idea because there's whatever it was that was stolen is worth a $50,000 reward he gave to a street drug dealer who he now can't identify. Except he's kind of cat-like. But yeah.
Red Death is also concerned he maybe should have found someone else to work on his helmet.
Come on, everybody knows
but
the Quirky
as
Tech is the
Red
one that's
Death
good.
knows, High Kraken is a magical ninja Kraken. So he crit rolls.
Okay, so you guys have a plan now, or
Yes.
something like it.
2/3 of a plan.
You have a little bit of time. Well, you have plenty of time until you decide to go do something. What do you do to formulate this plan, or to bring it to being? What is everybody up to?
I very
Red
quickly
Death
have...
is
Go ahead.
Red Death is working on the tactical situation of everything and trying to figure out how every single minute detail, just working out. I'd like to roll tactics to see how well I can work out the best angles for everything.
So your death will be rolling tactics. Magica, what do you think? Sorry, Magica. Wow, I knew it was going to happen. What are you going to do?
Leave that there.
Magic. She of course turns everything back on. First.
Put her war paint back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
do you see it as war paint, or are you becoming yourself again?
for her, it's her disguise. It's her way to hide as magic.
Okay, so you still in your heart you still see yourself as Laura.
No, she's not a Silverlock. Let me put it that way.
So just Laura.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But at the same time, she's trying to do what she would normally do for a case, and like getting her information together. But everyone can see that she's terrified.
Red
Yeah.
Death will take a moment at some point and just talk to Magic. But I'll
Okay.
let everyone else figure out what they're doing first.
What is here up to?
Two quick things that don't have anything to do with this. I got to contact my my lads, the Carnage Height Goblins, as I have chosen to call them,
Nice.
and give them the stickers that we made, the little wall stickers. And I want to order some, you know, the plastic ones that stick to glass.
Oh yeah,
Just a frosted image so that they can put them
Yeah.
on windows too. So I want to order those to be ready for the next day.
Okay.
And get them interested in that neighborhood that where the gang was. This is his side quest. This is side hobby now.
If
Yeah.
Kraken would notice the Carnage Head Goblins, he would tell them.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Because he's got a mission for the kids as well. He wants
Look,
vengeance.
Carnage Height Goblins need
Yes.
drugs.
No drugs.
The
for
leader
kids.
is 12. Twitch says they will not be taking any drugs.
No. Kraken has got some rules.
All right, so give me
So
a
does
perception check.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Uh,
Give me a perception check.
where was body? No.
Awareness.
Awareness. Yeah.
1 moment. Perception. Okay.
You have no idea
Oh,
who here is talking about. You have
That's
not
sad.
seen any goblins. You're taking him at his word. So you're looking for little
it
green
must be
dudes with pointy
them
ears.
magic eticos green people.
Yeah, so you have no idea who he's talking about. So you just
Okay.
assume that he's got special powers. He's a wizard or something.
Connect me with them, Mr. Here Wizard. I got a mission. I got some vengeance to play a joke to a person who tattooed to police, and he shouldn't. I need to teach him a lesson, but it's not for now.
Okay.
Oh, one more thing I want to do before
Mhm.
we actually start planning this. I want to go to a library and like hook up into a like behind a VPN equivalent, right? I don't want to. I'm not using my agent to do this, but I send a message to the reward place that says I have what you're missing. 50K isn't enough. Wait for further message. I'm not letting them. There's no return address.
Within a nanosecond, there is a reply on that message because it's a tip line.
Yep.
It's sort of a message board, and they
Yep.
we review every submission, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Within a nanosecond, who is this?
And I just shut off the tablet and walk away.
The Tao provides.
Sometimes the DAO needs a little fucking help.
Yeah.
I
The
just
DAO
want to
provides
I'll
$50K.
explain. My goal is I just want to put a bug up their ass. I want them to think that whatever it is that's missing has been found.
Okay.
I have no idea what it is. But stir the fucking pot. That's
So Kraken, you have a couple of tasks that you've been asked to do.
Kraken would work on the mask, and he would check out. He got 69% of agent from Chestnut, and
Yeah.
he
So
wanted to check if
getting to that, if you give me a sec here.
No problem. Sorry.
Obviously you can't just do this here on this concrete. It looks like it's a piece of road.
Aerated
So
ground.
you climb up, you go back into your guys' base. I'm just gonna call it the base.
Yes.
And where Moose's bed is, there is a boot print in the metal. He kicked it so hard, he put his foot in it. There's a message on the cot that says, I'm going home to have a drink. Don't fucking talk to me. And if you look out to the parking lot, you see his truck is.
Okay,
the
he had a
table-
bad day.
On the table, you see the two agents. The one that Magic found at the apartment building, and the one that you took off of the Argent Key Soldier. The one that's
Yeah.
super encrypted. There's also a bag. You don't recognize it. It's actually the one that Magic brought with her.
It's a bomb.
It's
I
a
won't look at it. You're not here. I don't perceive you.
Okay.
I
So
take the agent and
So you said-
agents.
you said you were going to work on the mask first.
Yes.
All right. So we have a 20 in tactics from Scarred. What that gets you is you've logged into the garden and you're looking through like sort of info pages that people put up all over the place. Here's my neighborhood, this is my park, stuff like that. You're scrolling.
Welcome to my crib.
You're scrolling through Bookface,
God
looking
damn
for
it.
locations. Yeah.
Goddamn Instagram crackers.
Yeah. Instagram.
It's called
Instagram.
it's called Instagram crackers. That's what it's called. Graham crackers. Instagram crackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instant
Yep.
graham crackers.
Yeah.
Exactly. You just anyways,
Better put this on the graham cracker. Sorry.
let me just
I'm,
crack them
I'm,
off.
taking that as yeah, I've taken it as far as I can, and then you took it one further. Excellent.
Yep. So yeah, you find a couple of like open parks that are pretty busy. Kind of place that where some jackass with a rifle wouldn't find a very decent shooting lane without really drawing attention to themselves. There's a couple, they're all over the place. There's one in the Glen, there's one in Little Europe. You find one way the hell in New Westbrook just to mess with people. Because why the hell not take it off the island for a bit? Just,
yeah,
they're all over the place, but it's the kind of thing that you can get set up relatively easy. It's not that far from an NCART line, because the subways are flooded, so you got the tram. So you find a couple of good places. You start formulating, where you should go first, in what order, that kind of thing. Magic, you said you were formulating. Sorry, remind me.
She was working on what she would normally do before like going to film.
Okay.
But she is horrifically like terrified.
You still have the no fucks at all in your bag.
She won't touch you.
Okay.
So minus
Your hand is
two
shaking
hours.
and you know it's there. You can feel the bulge. It's still sealed.
No.
Okay.
No.
Like I
she
said
is
before, Red
very
Death will
much
take a moment
against it.
later.
Yeah.
The only other thing I want to do is call the talent agency and book. I was thinking 5 or 6. The casting call is for
Mm-hmm.
background for a video.
Background dancers.
We pay an exposure.
Yeah.
Uh,
You'll all be wearing
Exposure to radiation.
You'll all be wearing crosshair uniforms. Don't ask why.
sorry.
That was just a me joke.
Me I want a library search, and then
From
you, Magic. Sorry.
Okay. 17.
Nice.
17. And give me business. Okay. So that's how that works. Yeah, roll me your credibility.
Evidence.
Because I closed this character sheet. Evidence. I would say actually give me a rumors roll. As opposed to believability. Because you're working on what you know. Or what you think you can find out.
Where is
Oh, sorry, it's got a whole skill pull down. I would call this use human perception for your rumors. Because you're basically figuring out your interview with Red.
18?
18. Okay. So the kind of things you find, because I mean, as you're going through rumors, you go through the people you know that you rely on for tips. You go through what you know of Red, and you think you can, yeah, you can definitely get a relatively, you think you can get 20 minutes out of it in if you do 4 or 5 stops. You think you can get away with it and give a fairly believable story.
Okay.
Which we'll do next session. I know we're not done yet, but I
Yeah.
just letting you know that
Oh,
that's
yeah.
something I want you and Scar to work with. Try and get your interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give you some things to think about
Yeah.
for next week to plan.
When it's happening, while you're doing it, you can't stop. You keep switching over from your agent, your laptop and everything. You keep looking at the pictures. You can't help it. It's
Yeah.
You like I ate at that cafe. You know, this was 20 minutes after I left this place. Like it's starting to get to you. As you're working, you kind of take a moment because eventually your eyes are just staring at the screen, right? They're not looking at the words that are being typed. And you look away and you watch Red Death. You can only see from behind because he's working on his own shit. And you realize how little you actually know about this guy. I mean, how long have you been working together?
Did we actually decide that?
Let's just call it
It's
7 years.
Yeah.
Some time. You guys have been working together for 7 years. You've never even seen his face. You don't even know where he lives. Well, other than here.
Yeah, it's if anyone's actually looking at her, she is fighting between like paranoia and fear at this point. Like as her eyes just like slow, like she's trying not to make it obvious that she's staring at Red, but she is. And I'm sorry to do this, but Kraken would probably think that this would mean she has a crush on Red just because of how much she's looking at him.
Kraken, give me human perception.
After the
Can I choose to fail it and just ship those two together?
You can
Kraken
choose to
would be
fail. You think
Yes.
she's admiring him. You think
Um,
she's just like sitting there, dreamy eyes.
I would just
You don't
Kraken would start to make a Pinterest board for their wedding and the guest list and present list, and he's a shipper. He loves
Alright.
love.
Red Death, during your little, kind of lost in your tactics, but you hear Magic's breath, like her breathing stutter for a second, just a and then it goes back.
Magic, come with me.
You're muted.
Yay!
Oh,
You fit together so well. I want to
Kraken.
be your guest
Kraken.
at your wedding.
Kraken, hush.
Okay, I
You have work to do. I see
but
you on
I'm a
Pinterest.
wingman.
See you on Pinterest.
Yeah.
All right. So Magic, do you follow?
yeah, but it is. She's antsy.
while this is happening, Kraken, give me a electronics and security tech roll just
Okay.
to see how you're doing.
Just one or few?
Just the one. The
Uh,
one that's
electronics security. Okay.
okay. 18. With an 18, whoever designed this helmet obviously knew what they were doing. It's almost like they had a degree, education and shit. Like who does that? It's really good. It's really fucking good. But you're getting there. It's still taking time.
But
Meanwhile,
it's a fun puzzle to make.
it is a fun puzzle.
Kraken is so happy with that. He's humming, he's having lots of fun.
Meanwhile, outside,
You have questions.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sit.
And she doesn't.
Ask. Red Death sits.
Nope,
He
she
finds a
stands.
bench and he sits.
She's standing, if not pacing.
Gina elbows Tommy because they're still sitting outside, and Tommy's like, "Huh? What? Whoa, okay." They head inside, close the door. Gina gives a little small wave and pulls the blinds. You guys are alone.
Another shippers, I'm back.
How do you know this Poe?
We trained together.
That's a totally different story than what you told me.
He comes back in pieces. I don't remember everything.
What do you remember then?
I remember a man named Fade. He taught me and Poe about 80% of what we needed to know. Poe killed Fade before Fade finished and learned on his own. I sought another teacher. I cannot remember his name.
So, I don't even know what to ask. Because I'm sorry, this kind of blindsided me. First, Exit finds out who I really am. Here knows who I am. And then suddenly you're lying to me? You
I
were
never
literally
lied.
the one.
I never omitted.
That
I remember from now. You learned as I learned.
omission is still a lie, Red.
I did not omit. By the time we started looking through things, I had an inkling. That inkling led to memory. That memory led to this.
Told you coming back to Night City was a bad idea.
I remember saying that to you.
Yeah, we probably both did at some point, and doesn't matter who said it last. I'm surprised that you still want to work with me, knowing that I'm effectively
One
a
does not
monster.
choose. One does not choose how they are born into this world. No one asks to be alive. No one asks to be made. We simply do. And we move forward. It is not the actions of those before us that come and decide our fates. We are the fate makers. We are those who move forward. Your past, my past, is irrelevant. All that matters now is going forward. And what we choose to do next.
How likely is it that this first recording, I'm a dead man?
How likely?
I'm asking my chances, because I know
7 people. 15.2%.
Great. We've worked with less.
We've also worked with a lot more.
And neither of
I
us
don't
was
like
the
making you
target.
bait.
That I'm used to. Apparently, when the raid happened, they found the house because of me. The investigator that was following my brothers around found me and followed me home after school.
And
Being
you choose to
bait-
blame yourself for what others have done to you.
Not blame. If my parents hadn't gotten caught, I wouldn't be here. I thank
And
the recorder.
Then treat it as it is. A blessing. Do not think yourself bait. Do not think yourself an idle pawn in a larger situation. We die if we are not ready.
Well, at
Steel
least-
yourself.
Well, at least the person I'm interviewing is you. Gives me a bit of comfort that if a bullet does fly, you'll be the first person to see it.
That's good.
And then she sits down next to him. And yeah, she will. She'll put her head on his arm, just still arms crossed, still angry. But at the same time, she knows she finds kind of comfort with Red.
As I've stated before, I do not remember my past. I am beginning to remember. But other things seem lost forever. I do not know if I will ever know my name.
Told you we'd find it.
It doesn't matter anymore. It's not who I am. It's only who I was.
I want to get back to here because I realized I skipped him again. But that's a really good spot to end off.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yes.
That was great, guys. Thanks.
I agree. Totally great ending scene.
I had a lot of fun writing this one. Did you guys catch all the references? There were 3.
A good chunk of them, yeah.
To Waika and Guardians of the Galaxy.
See, I thought it was Leica, the first dog in space.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
Cosmo the Wonder Dog was based off of Leica, so it kind of
Yes.
counts.
Yeah.
2 in 1.
Yeah.
Oh, of
There's
course, of the
2
office.
more.
Yeah.
They were in the first scene.
Poe.
Anybody?
There's so many references to Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. No, these are comic book references.
Oh, comic book.
It's going through my brain now. I lived through it. I don't remember it.
Okay.
I'll
You
have
was
to go
too
back and
much in
watch it on the
character.
VOD and comment.
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna wait until next week to tell you
Yeah.
guys, unless you guys find out.
No, leave it.
because,
Leave it. Leave it.
Leave it.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did this.
definitely.
I did this for Scarred because I couldn't help myself. It happened like halfway through me planning it this morning, and I realized, oh shit. Actually, no, it was Kevin who fucking figured it out for me, and that's where the rest came in. So I'd like to thank you guys. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Brill. Thank you, Scarred.
Thank
tonight
you, Bison.
was-
It was amazing as always.
tonight was a
You
lot of
do a
fun.
great job.
Thank you, chat.
I loved
Um,
the doorman with the gun.
Yeah.
I got people to protect. It's like the John Wick thing.
just about more just someone who's
Yeah.
very, very passionate about their job.
It's just
Um,
Night City. It just a random guy takes
But-
out huge gun.
Thank you, chat, for it looks like it was just Kyle in a little bit of, but that's okay. If
Kyle
you're
is
watching
amazing.
this on the VOD or on YouTube, I'd like to thank you for watching. Please give a like and subscribe if you can. If you
And you
enjoyed
can
it,
ring our bell.
yeah, ring the bell for notifications because you never know when we're going to update, especially on YouTube. On YouTube, leave a comment, please. I want to know what you think. If I'm bad, tell me what to fix. If I'm not,
And we'll
bad,
tell you how
me-
you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
But yeah.
Bison is an awesome DM.
Yeah,
Yes.
damn right.
I'm
Definitely.
trying to
Yes.
convince myself
He-
of that every day, I swear.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you guys
He
for
will help
watching.
you.
I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good time. I will see you on Saturday, but the rest of us will see you on Tuesday. Have a good night, and lastly, please be nice to each other.
Be nice.
Night, y'all.
No.